Axel Disasi, 45 million euros with an Ornstein bomber, has officially become a Chelsea player, and this is fantastic news. Chelsea have secured a new centre-half, and I'm going to break down the profile of the player. But in this video, we're also going to be covering the Chelsea victory over Fulham. Chelsea were comfortable winners and now have won the trophy of Premier League series. Are we going to celebrate it like the Audi Cup? No, we're not, because we're Chelsea and we have standards. We are not Spurs. We're not Arsenal. We don't celebrate the Emirates Cup either. But this is Chat and Breeze, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Let's just get into it right now. We've had very good goals from Chelsea, and let's break it. So, a double upload day is actually very tough. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys support the channel by hitting the like button right now, getting us up to 1,000 likes on this video, then subscribing to the channel because we're so close to 30k. We're literally 1,100 people away. So do me a favor, let's get me up to that. And finally, at the end of the video, there's another link to the first video that I posted today. Make sure you go watch it. It's super interesting. It tells you everything you need to know about our new signing in Leslie, a breakdown of profile head to toe, and you guys will enjoy it. But now, let's get into the one and only Disasi. Alright gang, so let's get into this. We signed another centre-half from Monaco. The first one we signed, Benoit Badiashile, has been a renowned success. I don't think I've met a single Chelsea fan that does not rate Benoit at this moment in time. Everyone thinks he's been superb. Everyone thinks he's got all the potential to be a regular starter at Chelsea Football Club. He's tall, he's great on the ball, he's quick across ground. And now we need to talk about Axel. Axel's a very interesting centre-half, right? We've been linked with him on numerous occasions, and all of a sudden, Ornstein dropped the bomber, in the words of Lee Gunner, right? So what has happened? Number one, he's going to cost us 45 million euros. This is a player that is going to be joining Chelsea now. He's 25 years old as well. That's one thing we need to consider. Reason being is, everyone we've been signing is profile of development, profile of, oh, they might not be ready. This is genuine experience. This is somebody that's played a lot of Ligue 1 games, and this is somebody that's got the capabilities to come in and contribute right now. But the question is why have we signed him? Well, number one, Wesley Fofana is injured, right? Wesley Fofana is going to be out for nearly the whole season, and we don't know whether he's going to be coming back, because Wesley's had 3 knee injuries now in the space of 2 years. And if you guys know anything about knee injuries, they don't go away. If anything, they just get worse. Every time you come back, there is less and less give on those knees. And the reality is, we just need to kind of accept that Wesley Fofana's career is done. Unless anything we get from him from now on is a positive, in my personal opinion. Then we need to look at the other elements of this move. And the other key elements are evident there to see. Number one, he is here to replace Trevor Chalobah, meaning Trevor is going to move on. We don't know where. Trevor picked up an injury today, and we will talk about that injury a little bit later and what happened during the game for him to pick up the injury. But it's very evident to what is going on. This is a player that is going to come in, be cover for Thiago Silva on the right-hand side of that defense. But the most important part of this that everyone is ignoring, he's ready to contribute now. What kind of player is he? Well, the player is very well rounded. He's super strong, very good in physical duels. He's very good at progressive passing. And he's an individual that ranks really highly on FPREF, or whatever it's called, you know, on the percentiles of progressive passes, aerial duels won, physically imposing. He's a player that is very comfortable with a one-on-one duel when a striker wants to pin himself on. However, this player does have some weaknesses. Number one, he does not like getting carried out to the fullback areas. So if the ball goes over the head, he needs to chase down. He's not the best on a one-on-one duel in a foot race. He's not the quickest. He's also not very comfortable with runners going left and right in and around him and having to cover. He's more of the guy that has to read it and intercept and literally get tight onto someone. However, very comfortable in carrying the ball, good at passing, like I said. He's someone that can get developed. What do I think this is? I think this is a stopgap centre. I think this is someone that the analytics team has found, and they said, you know what? We can bring him in now. He's going to make a very good cover for Thiago Silva. We can take Thiago out for the big games, and all of a sudden, we've got him coming in. We'll see what Badiashile is like at right centre back. We'll see what Levi Colwell is like at right centre back. But in the long term, I don't think this is going to be our long-term centre half. Unless he comes in and absolutely blows everyone out the park and looks amazing the way Badiashile did, we don't know. But that's the news from Ornstein. The deal is done basically. It's going to get agreed. Personal terms are done. Fabrizio confirmed it. So positivity needs to go around. Now let's break this game down. In terms of the good from this game, I think it was very evident that we moved to a 4-3-3 in the first half, and in the second half we tried to do an iteration of it, but it was more so a 4-2-3-1 with a clear pivot of Gallagher and Casadie in the second half. But in the first half, what was really nice to see was Enzo was in the 8, Carney was in the 8, and Santos had the lone DM motion. And when I tell you Santos was absolutely imperative to all the success that we had, intercepting when needed, absolutely being clinical when needed in a good crunching tackle, and just giving it sharply, receiving the ball in tight areas and releasing it. And what was evident to see was Carney Chukwuemeka's importance to this team is there to see. Whether it's the ability to receive the ball in tight areas and dribble out of position, or just to create a chance. And today, Carney was integral for the second goal. And why was it? Sterling gets the ball, it ricochets to Carney, there's literally 2 players in and around him, he dribbles past them like a cone, he opens a shooting angle for himself. In my opinion, he needs to be burying those chances if he wants to stay in the team. The ball deflects out, Nkunku's there, 2 yards out, lovely tapping. In transition, a few times we did that again, where Carney releases the ball to either Sterling or Enzo lobs it forward to Sterling. We're really going vertical and we're going very quick forward. We rotate the ball around, Sterling to Carney to Nkunku, Nkunku to Ben Chilwell, lovely cross shot. And we're really starting to show good identity with an intense press. And that's something I really love, because I think we lacked it last year. If you start looking at the goals that came, the Nkunku one, it was a team effort goal. In the sense that everyone's literally, if any of you know the basket, in basketball, someone takes a shot, people attack the rim to catch an offensive rebound. Nkunku's doing that. There was another player running close. They're trying to anticipate the rebound, so they get a little tap in. First goal, corner. Our corner game needs to improve. I hate the way we attack set pieces at this moment in time, and I think we really need to step up our game. Today, Thiago got a beautiful goal. Ben Chilwell with fantastic delivery. We've had a few other corners with good deliveries. It made me feel very comfortable. Overall, it was nice to see. And I think the team is getting bigger now. We're starting to get more athletes that are literally not 5'7" anymore. They're like 6'1", 6'2", and hopefully they can rise like a salmon and header the ball in, because we've been struggling in that department, and it was very clear for everyone to see for a long period of time. Another element of our game today that I'm not going to go into too much detail today, because there wasn't much to talk about. It was just a very professional performance from Chelsea. But what was evident was how much fitter we are than Fulham. We absolutely, in my opinion, bossed Fulham from minute 1 to minute in the sense that Fulham tried to keep the ball, but it was like a classic Jose team. Yeah, you have the ball in the places that you want it, but the reality is we are not going to allow you to get clear-cut opportunities. And Fulham were really limited in this game as a whole at creating clear chances. We're literally fit and we're literally stronger than them. There's an organization unit, the players know what they're trying to do, and the fluidity is really starting to creep up and catch up. And I really like that. Like, a lot of people can say Alex is preseason, but you know what? This is the 4th preseason game. We look good. Some people are going to say we won a cup. Doesn't matter about that. We're not Spurs fans, right? We're not going to celebrate this Audi Cup or Premier League Series Cup. I don't care. You don't care. What we care about is the performances we're starting to see. I want the next game against Dortmund, strong lineup. I want us to go out there. I want them to get 70 minutes, 60 minutes in the legs for us to be ready for that Liverpool game, ready to rip their heads off first game of the season. Another person that really caught my eye in the second half was Nicholas Jackson. Really liked Nicholas Jackson's performance in the sense that, he just gets himself about. Like, I genuinely miss having a centre forward that runs around, gets stuck in, tries flicks, tries audacious things. For me, that puts a smile on my face. I'm going to give some props to Nkunku as well today. I thought him and Sterling really ran their socks off and really gave an experienced performance in the first half. Like, just receiving the ball in tight areas, being able to keep it. And I think that's one thing we're going to have to learn with this young squad, when to keep it and when to go long. Enzo at this moment is really quarterbacking it, if you know what I mean. Loves a little ping out down the line. Cucurella loves a little curling ping. So I really hope we learn to get a nicer variation to our game. Like, sometimes keep it, sometimes go long. Just keep the opponent guessing. Some bad thing about today, I'm being very critical here. Selina's evidently not ready. Like, anyone that says Selina has to come in and start playing now, well, we saw why he's not coming in and playing, because his on-ball work, it's not the one, man. He needs to go on loan, and I really hope he goes to a team on loan that is going to just hone in on his ability to play from the back. He's gonna have to learn that. He can be an excellent shot stopper, he can be an excellent cross collector, but if he can't play with the ball at his feet, his career at Chelsea is never going to get off the ground. Because that's just the new way that teams are going to be articulating themselves. Going forward, we are going to have to learn to, in my opinion, develop our game. That's my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but I think he can. He's like, what, 19 years old? So there's just so much room for him to grow. Like, there is literally, the world is his oyster. Like, he will be fine. And the ugly, like, we need to talk about the ugly as well. The ugly is a little bit jarring because, like I said earlier on, I think with Dense coming in, Trevor Chalobah's time at Chelsea is done. I really like Trevor. I've got a lot of time for Trevor. One of the best goals, like, I've celebrated was Crystal Palace 3-0, where Trevor Chalobah absolutely let it rip, went on his knees and started crying. And the reason why is because that goal made me feel a type of way, in the sense that I know how much that meant to him, and because he's one of us. He's a Chelsea fan. He's someone that grew up being a Chelsea fan. And more importantly, what I loved about it was the sheer emotion and how much it meant to him. So seeing him leave the club is going to be a little bit sad, but I'm happy that he's going to go and play. But he's injured. And I don't know whether that's going to break his deal, what's going to happen. But let's be positive and hope he's fine. But he only lasted 15 minutes. So guys, this was the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed this video. It's a double upload. I really hate doing double uploads because it kills the first video. So I'd greatly appreciate if you go and watch the earlier video right now. It's going to be in this pin screen at the end screen. So thank you very much. Hit the like button, subscribe for the channel, and share this video around so other people see. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely evening.